Aggressive investors, how to accomplish your investment goals using VectorVest. Welcome to your Aggressive Investor step-by-step fast start video. You'll discover exactly what to do to time the market, beat the market, and have complete confidence your stock portfolio will help you accomplish your investment goals. Hello, my name is Robert Scrobe, and I'm on the client success team here at VectorVest. My job is to help you become a successful aggressive investor. As an aggressive investor on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is highly conservative, buy and hold, and 10 is trade every day, you fall at the high end of the scale, between 7 and 10. When you buy a stock, you plan to hold it for only a few hours or days. You sell for a profit and you want to move on to the next. While there are hundreds of different ways to use VectorVest information, this video will give aggressive investors exactly what they need to decide when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. Download the handouts for the aggressive investors next to this video. Everything is summarized onto 3 pages. Most people prefer to having them printed out if possible. And here are the 3 steps to becoming a successful aggressive investor. Number 1 is knowing when to buy. Number 2 is knowing what to buy. And number 3 is knowing when to sell. You'll notice the handouts are divided into these 3 sections. Let's begin with step 1, knowing when to buy. The first part of knowing when to buy is to understand market timing. As an aggressive investor, you want to buy stocks on a rising market. You'll want contra strategies during a down market. As an aggressive investor, you're looking for momentum in the market. Momentum is up for stocks when the green light in the price column of the color guard and 2 primary wave is up. As an aggressive trader, you'll want to use the primary wave as your core market timing signal. This will get you in the market earlier and out of the market faster. But you must be ready and able to trade. When the primary wave is up and there's a green light in the color guard, it is time to move to buy and move to step 2. Also, as an aggressive investor, you can go shopping for contra ETFs or short stocks likely to move down in a down market. This video is focused primarily for getting your primer to get started and keeping things simple while you learn VectorVest. If you want more information on aggressive trading strategies, consider joining the Jockey Club. The Jockey Club meets each morning, reviews market momentum for the day, and trades frequently to maximize returns each week. For this video, we'll focus on the upside momentum with stocks that are moving up in price. What to buy. Step 2, knowing what to buy, finding stocks with rising earnings that are rising in price. We're going to show you 3 great options for aggressive investors. There are thousands of different strategies, and let's start with 3. And know that you could have a great investment career by using just these 3. Option A, identify high momentum stocks with great upside potential. The VectorVest Midas Touch. Within VectorVest on your PC, select the Viewers tab and click Watch List Viewer. Within the Cherry Picking folder, click on the Midas Touch stocks. The VectorVest Midas Touch stock search tool combines fundamental analysis with momentum to identify strong performing companies with fast-moving stocks for great short-term investment paydays. These stocks are ranked by VST to make it easy to find momentum stocks that are undervalued and moving up in price. As always, you're looking for stocks that have the VectorVest buy signal, are rising in price, and have rising earnings per share. The price of a stock rises with earnings. When you identify high VST stocks that are moving up in price and earnings, then these will be a great option for you. If the performance and EPS are trending up, that's all you need to know. Upward moving stocks in an upward moving market are the most likely winners in your portfolio. There's no reason to buy a low valued stock if it's not going to move up in price for you. Too many value investors buy great deals that sadly never get discovered by other investors. Thus, their value stocks languish in their portfolios. With VectorVest, you can easily identify stocks that are rising in price. This way, you can get on a winner that's rising in price. This greatly simplifies stock selection for you as an investor. Next, finding stocks to buy to option B, VST Mighty Mites. Here are smaller companies with good fundamentals, with stocks that are poised to recover quickly from a market downturn. After the market has been down for at least 1 week, when the primary wave market timing signal turns to the up position, buying a basket of 5 to 10 Mighty Mites can earn you a nice return over a few days. Within the VectorVest on your PC, select the Unisearch tab and find the search called VST Mighty Mites. Click the search button. These are companies that have a growth rate of more than 14%, making them solid long-term performers. However, because of their size, their stock price has been beaten down during the declining market. Now it's time to jump in. From the parameters, you can see that these stocks have a solid level of trading volume over the last 50 days, offering plenty of liquidity. Plus, the RV and the RS greater than 2.0 give you a solid fundamentals of value and safety. Next, the price is above $1, so you can screen out penny stocks that are low priced and likely to stay that way. And finally, a relative value, RV, greater than 1.2 gives you companies with solid fundamentals. These are companies that are likely to earn higher earnings than average companies in the market. Finally, that brings us to option C, for aggressive investors who look for profit opportunities each trading day. Even during bear markets, you look for opportunities to trade to make a profit. To support our thousands of aggressive VectorVest subscribers, we developed several proprietary resources. However, these aren't for everyone. Within VectorVest, there are tens of thousands of retirement or prudent investors who wouldn't consider using contra strategies during bear markets. They are more comfortable staying in cash during bear markets to get ready for market upturns, and that's great. However, if you are an investor who does look for profit opportunities during bear markets, one of the easiest ways is with contra ETFs. These are exchange-traded funds designed to increase in value during a bear market. Let me help you find contra ETFs. Within the VectorVest on your PC, select the Unisearch tab and find the search called Buying Contra ETFs. Click on the search button. This gives you contra ETFs that are performing best right now. Pick the top 5 or 10 of these funds and buy during a bear market. This is a solid, simple to implement strategy for aggressive investors to profit during a bear market. No matter which option you choose, option A for high VST stocks, option B for VST Mighty Mites, or option C for buying contra ETFs, it's crucial that you diversify your portfolio. Dr. Toledo recommends that you risk no more than 1% of your portfolio on any position. Having a portfolio of many stocks is diversified against losses in any one position, and it takes the emotion out of it. You aren't attached to any one company, so when it's time to sell, making an easy buy-the-numbers choice is simple. There are hundreds of other VectorVest strategies that you could also consider. What I'm showing you now is for aggressive investors who are short on time and want to outpace the market in minutes. As you become more familiar with VectorVest, there are dozens of webinars, coaching calls, and additional services to help you identify your best investment objectives and which trading strategies are most suitable for you. That said, thousands of investors focus only on the simple, fast strategies that I showed you here today. When to sell. Step 3 is knowing when to sell, cutting your losses and capturing gains, utilizing predetermined stop criteria as markets turn. After all, this is when the money is actually made in the stock market when you sell. But there can be a lot of anxiety about the decision. Maybe you bought a stock that reverses a little bit, and a few days after an upswing, it reverses again. Then now you're even, then you're down. How could all this be? You make a decision. You're going to resolve to sell the stock when it rises again to get your money out. But when it does rise, you want to ride it out because you want to see how far it runs. Maybe it'll turn to that big winner after all. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's down again. And you feel stuck. You don't want to sell because at a loss because it means you lose money. You don't want to sell when its stock is up because it might push further. Instead, you must have a system. And just like market timing and stock analysis, when to sell is something VectorVest has spent 35 years researching. This is the place where too many smart market trend followers and great stock pickers turn into mental mush as their emotions are tied to their stock performance. Let's get the emotion out of this. Just like VectorVest gives you market trend analysis, you get stocks that are safe, undervalued, and rising in price. You also get proprietary proven systems to help you sell, and sell decisively to take the emotion out of your investing. As an aggressive investor, here are 3 ways to know when to sell. The first is the VectorVest stop price. This is your line in the sand. If a stock ever reaches this VectorVest stop price, it is time to sell. It's better to free up funds to buy into stocks that are moving up in price rather than to hold on to a loser. Second, a trailing stop loss of 10% is a great option. A stock will sometimes move down for whatever reason. As those stocks hit your stop loss criteria, consider selling them and find new, rising stocks to add to your portfolio instead. If a stock in your portfolio increases by 55% and moves down with a 10% stop loss, you'll sell it at a 45% gain. This way you avoid writing it all the way back down to break even or worse. Also, a portfolio of 10 stocks with a 10% trailing stop keeps you diversified as you risk no more than 1% of your portfolio on any one stock. We understand the urge of wanting to hold on to a loser, hoping it'll turn around. In our experience, losers continue declining. It's best to exit that position and put your money into a stock that's rising in price for you. And third, built into VectorVest is a proprietary algorithm called Profit Locker. Profit Locker enables you to set a stop price as well as a target profitability. The default stop loss is 15% with a target profitability of 50%. The larger stop loss allows stocks a little more room to roam, and the Profit Locker tightens the stop loss near the profit goal to help you capture profits faster. As the stock rises in price into the profit zone, your stop loss tightens down from the original 15%. As you approach your target profitability and beyond, Profit Locker sets a trailing stop of 1% to lock into your profits. Thus, if your stock increases in price by 55% and then drops in price by 1%, Profit Locker will alert you to sell the stock. This way, you can take your profits off the table at 54%. Using Profit Locker will make you a lot more money as an aggressive investor. As the market turns, you'll capture your gains, cut losses, and move into cash. Then you'll have cash to invest to take advantage of opportunities when the market comes back. Some investors told us that they wanted to update the settings within Profit Locker. So for them, VectorVest developed Profit Locker Pro. With VectorVest, you never pay for features you don't want. And after a few months, if you decide you'd like to adjust the settings of trailing stop or curve, then consider upgrading to Profit Locker Pro. But for most investors, Profit Locker gives you what you need. Using VectorVest as an aggressive investor, you can outperform the market and watch your investment account grow. One important point. Here's a chart of the S&P 500 market index for 2019. The S&P was up 32% that year. Great year, of course. But notice even during the growth early in the year, take a look at that huge dip in mid-March. It wiped out 30 days worth of gains, but a few weeks later it was back. Then another dip. Then it was down for the month of May, seemingly bringing your gains back to where you were in February. Buy and hold investors experience a lot of ups and downs. As an aggressive investor in VectorVest, there will be some ups and downs too. However, when you buy on green lights on the primary wave, select stocks that are moving up and in price, and sell with discipline rather than emotion, there are fewer downs and more up days for you. It's so exciting to have a day in the market where you earn 10% or more, and expect that while that might continue to climb, there's a good chance it will reverse a little bit before it continues back up. All right, let's pull all this together into a system for you. Here are the 3 steps for aggressive investors to beat the market in good times and play the market to the downside when prices are turning lower. First step, when to buy. Color guard, green light, and the VVC and the primary wave up. This helps you capture upturns as early as possible. Step 2, what to buy. You've got 3 great options here. VectorVest Midas Touch stocks. These are high momentum stocks with great upside potential. Strategy 2, VST Mighty Mites, the perfect choice for aggressive investors after a down market. These stocks are poised to increase in price at a faster rate relative to the market. And strategy 3, buying contra ETFs. When the primary wave is down, the market is trending downward. Aggressive investors strive to earn a profit each day. Contra ETFs are a simple way to earn a profit during a down market. Each of these are great what to buy strategies for aggressive investors. And third, when to sell. Always sell a stock when it hits the VectorVest stop price. This should be your line in the sand to drop a stock. Next, 10% trailing stock. This way, a stock that has risen and drops back in price, you exit before you lose all your earnings. Another great option is Profit Locker. Profit Locker is proprietary to VectorVest, and it would be worth your entire subscription all by itself because it'll help you capture a lot more profits, but it's included. One more great feature for you. And that's it. 3 steps: when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. You have a winning plan for success, and it puts you in the market when the market prices are trending up. This system helps you choose stocks that are rising in price faster relative to the overall market. And this trading system helps you capture gains by a buy-in numbers exit plan that gets you out without emotion or stress. As an aggressive investor trading on the VectorVest primary wave timing signal, you'll need to be ready and able to trade throughout the day. Even so, there'll be frustrating days where your trades move up by 20% only to reverse later in the day. The key is consistency. Sticking with the system over the course of several weeks will help allow the market timing signal to work for you over the long haul. VectorVest protects you from the prolonged drops in the market, but there's always going to be volatility. There's a lot more you can learn about VectorVest, how to read all the numbers and what they mean, and we're happy to show all of that as you become interested. But what I've shared with you today is all you need to know to get started consistently beating the market, making trades that are winners, and feeling great about every stock in your portfolio. And it's all in just a few minutes.